Okay, so today we're going to be talking about online dating made simple. I'm going to be going over a lot of information that I think is going to be relevant to you and your situation. I've talked to many people who are dealing with loneliness, and anyone who's dealing with loneliness, it's only natural for them to want to get out and meet new people. And one of the popular things to do nowadays is to start reaching out to people through online dating sites. Online dating makes it very easy to meet new people and find love if that's what you're looking for. However, meeting people online is not the same as having your friends hook you up with someone they know. It requires a different approach. You need a strategy to find success in online dating. Your profile, your messaging, your photos, all that is very important when it comes to online dating. You'll also want to watch out for catfishing and other scams that we'll talk about. Discover how to navigate the waters of online dating with these important tips. The first part of finding success with online dating is to make several lists. A good plan will save you time and effort while you're searching for a partner online. It's important to do your planning before you start creating a profile and uploading a photo. Consider making these lists. Number 1, make a list of your goals. What do you want to accomplish with online dating? Do you want to meet your soulmate, or are you just looking for a casual hookup? Figure out what you want to get out of online dating. Write down what you're looking for in a potential partner. Number 2, make a list of all the websites out there along with the dating apps. Take a look at each website and dating app that you plan on using and read over the requirements. Each are different, and there really are a ton of them out there. There's Match.com, there's eHarmony, there's OkCupid, Tinder, Bumble, Coffee Meets Bagel, Hinge, Happen, The League, Plenty of Fish, the list goes on and on. While some are meant to really help you find a long-term relationship, such as eHarmony or Match.com, there are other ones out there that are really good at helping you to find just a casual hookup or relationship. Number 3, make a list of the ideas that you have for your profile. Write down all the things you want to include in your profile, then narrow it down to just the most important things. By making these lists, you'll be setting yourself up for a positive experience. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about profile tips. Your profile is a very important part of your online dating experience. It has to be accurate, fun, and attractive. You want to share your personality and make it interesting so people will want to contact you. You will want to portray your personality and make it easy for people to connect with you. Research shows that shorter profiles tend to do better than longer ones. However, you'll want to put enough information in there so people know what you're about. Try these ideas for your online dating profile. Number 1, keep it short and interesting. Include just enough information to keep it interesting without it being super long or boring. There's no need to include every detail of your life. Number 2, avoid common turnoffs. Bragging and lying are 2 common issues that are found all the time, and they're just better to avoid. Avoid exaggerating in your profile. There's no need for it. Honesty really is the best policy. People will notice and they won't connect with you. Be original in your dating profile. Don't copy everyone else that you see. Show the real you to the world. Avoid sharing your baggage or other issues. An online profile on a dating app is not the place to share your childhood trauma. It's okay to get deep with a partner later and discuss all these issues. Number 3, create curiosity. Share just enough information to make someone curious about who you are. Number 4, check your spelling and grammar. 1 or 2 mistakes isn't bad, but if your profile is full of them, people might just skip over you because they don't think that you're serious enough. Many people are just turned off by sloppiness sometimes. Believe it or not, for some people, grammar and spelling are a pet peeve. Your profile is one of the most important things in the online dating world, and spend some time on it. Use these tips to make it fun and interesting. Now let's talk about photo tips. Your photo, of course, is one of the first things that a potential partner is going to notice online. They may only spend a few seconds scanning the text of your profile, but they'll spend a lot of time looking at your photos. So it's important to not only just put one photo up there, but several photos. And don't use filters in Photoshop. Put the original stuff up there. Just make sure they're good quality pictures. So number 1, you want to use a recent photo. Don't pick one that's 10 years old. Someone is going to want to be able to recognize you when they see you for the first time, so don't put a picture up there from the 90s. No one wants an unpleasant surprise when they finally do meet you in person. Number 2, avoid using photos with your friends in it. People want to see who you are. They don't care to see who your friends are. So if you put a photo up with you amongst your friends, somebody might be a little confused on which person in the photo is actually you. So take that into consideration. and posting a lot of group photos may portray a lack of confidence on your part. You want to be confident enough to post a picture of you and only you on your profile. And don't forget, include lots of pictures, not just one. Number 3, avoid inappropriate photos. Depending upon the website or dating app, they may even take down inappropriate photos and even block your profile. That's trouble you don't want. It's easy to send the wrong message to potential dates when you upload inappropriate photos. Revealing photos can actually make you look desperate. They can also lead to inaccurate expectations on the first date. It's best just to avoid that situation altogether. Number 4, use photos that show activity. Do you have photos of yourself while you're hiking or traveling or doing something that you love? Activity photos can actually help a potential date get to know you better before they even meet you. They can show a different side of your personality. Consider using photos from trips or recent vacation. Number 5, think about including pets in your photos. If pets are a big part of your life, make sure they're in your photos so your potential dates may know about them. Don't put them in every single picture, but have them scattered throughout. It's important to have a variety of photos in your profile, and having several in there with your pets is a good idea. Number 6, include at least one full body shot. This is a good idea because a lot of people just skip over profiles that doesn't have a full body shot included in there. Including a photo of you fully clothed from head to toe in a nice outfit is a good addition to your profile because people want to see more than just a headshot. A photo like this will demonstrate to them that you have confidence and are not hiding anything. Photos really can make or break your profile, so spend some time going over these tips and spend some time putting some good quality photos up on your profile. Okay, let's talk about messaging. Most online dating websites and apps include an option to message potential dates. You will want to master this part of the online dating world. Your messages can either convince someone to want to date you or make them run away screaming. Consider these messaging tips. Number 1, reply in a reasonable amount of time. Messaging on dating websites is not the time to play hard to get, so reply within a reasonable amount of time. If they don't hear back from you, they're going to skip on to somebody else because they think that you're not interested. I would try to reply to your messages within a few hours if possible. Be considerate of others, but you can avoid replying to spam messages for sure. Just be considerate of others. That's the main point here. Number 2, have reasonable expectations. Give someone time to respond to your messages. Keep in mind that some people don't check their profiles every single day, so give them a chance to respond to you. Don't write them off because you don't hear from them immediately. It's important to wait for a response from your first message before sending another message to them because it might make you seem desperate. Avoid expecting them to drop everything they're doing and message you right away. They may have work, school, or other obligations to keep them busy. You just don't know. The bottom line here is don't assume that they're uninterested if they don't respond back to you right away. Number 3, wait before sending them your phone number. You want to exchange several messages on the online dating platform before doing things like giving out your phone number. By getting to know one in a safe and controlled environment, you're less likely to make mistakes. In addition, you're able to ask the questions that you want to ask. Once someone has your phone number, it's going to be a little bit harder to get rid of them if you decide you don't want to be around them. Number 4, avoid giving out too much personal information. This is common sense, but we need to go over it. It's okay to talk about your work or your hobbies with a potential date, but be cautious about how much information you share. Giving out too much personal information can be dangerous. Avoid sharing things like your birth date, where you work, or your home address until you really get to know the person. And of course, never share anything like your social security number, bank statements, credit cards, anything like that online. If you're being prompted to share that information, it's probably a scam, and you'll know to just drop all communication with that person. Number 5, watch your language. Emojis and slangs are a normal part of messaging, but avoid cursing. It can be a turnoff. Keep your language casual and warm without being presumptuous. Just avoid cursing and other things that may make the other person feel uncomfortable. Number 6, remember that messaging is not love. It's easy to get lost in the messages that you send back and forth to a potential date. However, they're just one small part of the getting to know you side of things. Keep in mind that some people just send messages without even wanting to get into a relationship. Loving messages don't always translate into love in the real world. Just remember that some people find it easier to communicate through messages and text than they do in person. So all in all, use messaging as an important part of the online dating process. Take advantage of that feature before you actually reach out and get to know that person on a more personal level. Okay, let's talk about avoiding catfishing and other dangers. Online dating is fun and it's exhilarating, but it does have a dangerous side, so you need to know about those dangers ahead of time. There are many online dangers that can put you at risk in the dating world, from scammers who want to steal your personal information to catfishers who lie about their identity. You never really know who you're dealing with during the initial phase of messaging back and forth. It's important to be careful. For your own safety, keep these tips in mind. Number 1, understand what catfishing is. Catfishing means luring another person into a relationship by lying and using fake information. Catfishing is one of the most common issues with online dating. Some people use fake photos and information to start relationships. They take these situations to the extreme, even trying to set up a physical date with you. There are many reasons why somebody might use catfishing. For some, it's just a game or a joke. To others, it's a way to exploit people. Number 2, always meet in a public place. Avoid meeting in private or secluded areas. Ensure your friends or family know where you're going to be at the time you meet the person. Even consider taking a trusted friend with you on that first date. There's nothing wrong with that. Number 3, avoid falling for outright scams. There are many online dating scams that scammers take advantage of, and inevitably their motive is getting money out of you. The scammers may pretend to have a sick family member or friend. They may even pretend to have cancer, believe it or not. Some scammers pretend that they don't have any money, but they're madly in love with you, so they need some funds to buy a plane ticket or get a visa so they could come see you. Bottom line, don't send any money, even if the person claims to be madly in love with you. Number 4, always investigate. It's always important and a good idea to do a little bit of investigating before you meet someone that you met online. Do a search for their name online and see if you can find them on social media outlets like Facebook. See who they're connected with and read some of their posts. You can find out a lot of information this way. And be very skeptical these days if you can't find anyone online. Most everybody has a Facebook profile, at least nowadays. Remember these tips to stay safe and stay grounded in your search for a potential partner. There are a lot of dangers that can lie in wait for you if you're not careful. So here's a summary about what we talked about. Online dating through websites and dating apps can be a very fun and good way to meet a potential partner. For your best experience, create a true-to-life profile with lots of recent pictures, learn to use messaging correctly, get to know a potential date before meeting them in person, make sure you meet in a public place on that first date, and be alert to dangers such as scammers and catfishing. Now keep these tips in mind and enjoy your online dating adventures. Who knows, you could meet the partner of your dreams. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Look down in the description below. You're going to see the text version of this article. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.